Hello everybody, CraftyMama here. Hope you are having a beautiful day. I am here to show you the faux leather traveler's notebook that I made, and I'll show you how I made it. Now, I got this set from Beebeecraft. You get 12 sheets of faux leather in a package. I got the flower print, and here's a quick picture of what all the prints look like in this package. It's a great price. I'll have links to a couple of these items in my comment section. This is the one I chose to use. I also have the elastic cord from Beebeecraft. It says BENECREAT, but it's Beebeecraft. This is the 2mm elastic cord, which I will use to put on my cover. And I'm just showing you, it comes on a roll. There is 50 yards. I got it in white. Perfect size for TNs and other projects as well. Beebeecraft also carries other colors and thicknesses. I will also be using my crocodile tool to make the holes for my TN. And here is an awl that you can use if you don't have a crocodile. This would work just as well, and it's very sharp, and it's great for if you bookbind, make journals, things like that. Great to have this in your stash. Only costs usually a few dollars. I will also be using the Making Memories 1/8 inch size eyelets, and this particular package has 6 colors, as you can see: red, yellow, orange, a teal, a royal blue, and a green. Now, it did come in the package in this type container, but I got to tell you, I didn't really like this container. I open it so many times, these little things come open quick and they come apart, and after dropping them several times, I just put them in Tic Tac containers in the package. It works for me. I don't drop them anymore, and it saves a lot of hassle. I'll also be using a pencil, my Dollar Tree Rotary cutter, a metal ruler I got from the Dollar Tree, and my cutting pad that I got from the Dollar Tree, along with these 3 notebooks that I got from Dollar General. They're composition books. They are really cute, have like a plastic cover, lined paper. They're 60 pages each. They are 5 by 7. These were like 50 cents a piece. And I'm going to be using these 3 of them to make my TN, my little books for my TN. Now, I am going to cut my material down to 11 inches long by 7 1/4 inches high, and I'll be back. So here's my cover cut down, and what I did by hand with scissors is just slightly round the corners. I thought it looked better top and bottom. Now inside here, I took what was the middle, and I put my middle mark, which is going to be for the closure, right in the center. It's 3 1/2 and 1/8. And then for 1/4 inch down from the top and the bottom, I put my marks, one in the middle, one at 1/4 inch on either side, and the same at the bottom. So I've got my crocodile here, just showing you I got it on the 1/8 inch hole side. And I'm going to punch the holes. Again, I started 1/4 inch up from the edge of my fabric. I put one in the middle, and then each hole is 1/4 inch away from that on the left and right hand side. 3 holes total. And I punch these out, just take the little bits of fabric out and show you. There are my 3 holes. I'll do the same on the other side. Now the middle one I can't reach with my crocodile. I don't have a long handled one, so I'm going to use my awl, and I'm going to punch a hole in the middle. I won't be able to put an eyelet in the middle hole, but that's okay. The middle is where I put the elastic for my book's closure. So here's a close look at the eyelets. As you can see, they have a round top and a shorter stubby bottom. The round top part is the one that you want to see on the outside of your project, and the short stubby part is the part that goes on the inside of your project. So that's why I'm starting on the outside with it. As you can see, I put it in the hole, the middle hole there. It doesn't matter which hole. I can start at any hole. And then I want the prong on my crocodile at the top and the flat part on the bottom. And I'm going to put the prong inside the hole and then press down until I hear like a snap, a clink. And there you go, except I think I need to do that one more because it's supposed to look smushed on the inside, on the back side of it. In other words, on the eyelet. I'm going to do it again so I show you what I mean by smushed. So I'm going to take it again, and I have the prong part going into the hole on the top, and you can hear it. You can hear like I'm sure you could that time, hopefully. So I'm going to put all those in and come back. And that's what I mean by smushed. When you smush it, it locks into your project and it's nice and sturdy on there. So here I have all my holes. Now we need to thread it. So I'm going to start at the outside and go in from the bottom right outside and go to the top on the inside and thread it through that, and then take it and go to the next hole right next to it and thread it from the back to the front on the inside, go down to the middle hole and thread it from the inside to the back side, and then of course we're going back in the hole next to that and coming in through the inside and back at the top hole to the outside. Now the trick of it is you want to make sure that your strings aren't really tight, but they're not really loose. And that's kind of hard material. This is the first time I actually did a traveler's notebook using material and not like a laminated or hard cardstock. So you go in through the middle hole from the back again. This is how we put it in, and I'm going to need, I think, the awl to help me get it into that middle hole there to push it in. So I'm trying here, you go back in from the back to the inside, and I might need to go off camera for this because I don't really want to stab myself with this awl. It is so sharp, I'll poke a hole through my finger. So I got it on the inside, and of course I did the other end too. You go back through the middle hole from the back side to the inside. And now I'm going to tie it. I'll adjust it. I'll leave some extra in case I need to adjust it more. But what you do is you take the two ends, you cut them off from the roll, and you make a knot and another knot. I'm probably going to make 2 knots. And then I want to leave a little extra because I can always adjust it if I need to. And there you go. So now to make the closure, you make a loop in the middle hole, the one that I made, the middle hole that I wasn't able to put an eyelet through. I have to push it through there. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to need my awl again to help me do that, which I did. So I have my books in there because I want to make sure that I get it so that it's tight, but not too tight and not too loose, because I may add stuff, obviously, inside the notebooks, the 3 notebooks. So I don't want it loose, but I also don't want it super tight. So when I got it just how I feel, it's nice and good. And as I'm finding with a fabric cover, sometimes things look a little wonky until you get it all situated. But I'm going to cut off the other end that's hooked to my roll, because I don't need that. And I'm going to make my tie in the middle. So I will make a double knot here, because this is for my closure, and leave just a little extra, just in case I need to expand. And I can do it with just leaving this little bit of extra because that'll help me to expand. I can pull the knot up if I need to. I might not need to. And I pull that tight, and that makes my closure. Get everything together here. Wrap my closure around. Let's take a look. Oh, there you go. I will show you it coming up next, how the binding looks and everything. Here's the front. As you can see, my closure's on there. This is how it looks on the side, with the eyelets and the elastic in there. And now I'm going to take my closure up so I can just show you the books inside. Here they all are. I put them through, you take the middle part of your book, you open it up till what's about the middle, and you put it on your elastic. And I did that with all 3 books. Put them inside, and I put my closure back on, and it's completed. It is done for the moment. Okay, so sometime by the end of this week, I'll come up with a part 2 video because I have other things I want to do. I'm going to do something on the front cover, a decoration and embellishment, a dangle, tassel, or charm that's going to hang off the spine. I'm going to do covers for each notebook. I'm going to do 2 decorated pockets in each notebook for a total of 6 pockets. I'm going to make tabs, a pen loop, a bookmark, and maybe some stamped words or images on some of the notebook pages. Now here's just a quick review of what you do, of what we did in this video for those new to this. The Traveler's Notebook cover format. It's the length of your cover times 2, that's the front and back cover. That's times 2 plus the width of your spine and add a 1/4 inch. So my book was 5 by 7. 5 inches for the front and the back cover, that's 10. Each of my book spines were a 1/4 inch, that's 3/4 inch. I added a 1/4 inch. That makes it 11 inches total length for my material I needed for my book. The height is you just measure the height of your book and add a 1/4 inch. You want a little bit, just like 1/8 of an inch at the top and the bottom. So that made it 7¼ high. So for a total length of 11 inches long for my book times 7¼ high. Now, here's what you do. You take whatever material, whatever the height and length of your book is, and you fold it directly in the center. And on that center line, on the inside, you're going to go right at the top, 1/4 inch from the very top of your material, whatever you're using, and make your first hole right on the center, centered on that line. And then you're going to go 1/4 inch to the right and make another hole, and 1/4 inch to the left. And you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Then for your middle hole, you're going to go halfway, whatever your total length of your books is. If it's 7 inches high, you're going to go 3½ inches in the middle, right on the center line in the center, and make a hole. That's for your closure. Now the formula I use for 3 books with elastic, because most people use 3 books, is 4½ times the length of the spine. Better to have a little too much than not enough. So now a little visual and audio explanation of how you thread the book. You are going to start from the back side, which is actually your front cover, because you got your front cover laying down on the bottom right, and you're going to come in from the back, and you're going to go up to the top, the same exact hole up on the top. And then when you get to the top, you're going to come out through the back. Again, that's your front of your book. And you're going to go to the second hole in the middle, and you're going to come in through the inside of the book, down to the bottom through that hole, and go back out the back. And then on the back, you're going to come to the last hole, and you're going to come in through that and come up on the inside to the top hole. And then for your closure, you're going to move over right to the middle hole and come back through that with more of the elastic, and you're going to have a little tail. And on the bottom, you also want to have your little tail. You're going to come back through that second hole on the bottom from the back side and come in through the middle. And then those are the 2 ties that you tie together to form the closure so that your books can go inside. So we're done. We learned how to measure and create the cover. We figured out how to do our hole spacing. We added eyelets with a crocodile. We went over how much elastic to use, and we learned how to thread the elastic for the notebooks and our closure. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.